4-hour classes is conducted. So you will get everything, class notes, class lectures, and other supplementary material, tests and other materials. So I think that everything will be provided to you. Okay? नहीं शुभम, ऐसी बातें नहीं है, ठीक है। मैंने हो सकता है बहुत सारा मिस्टेक्स कमिट किया होगा ना तैयारी के दौरान, तो आप अगर वो मिस्टेक्स कमिट नहीं करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली आपका होगा, ठीक है। बहुत लोग आजकल, इफ यू सी द यूपीएससी रिजल्ट, देयर आर आते हैं और क्रैक कराते हैं, 3rd डिवीजन किए हैं यूपीएससी में, आईएएस आईपीएस बन जाते हैं, ठीक है। ओके, सो डोंट, स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली अनुज यू विल नो माय मिस्टेक्स। ओके, अब आज ही एक चीज, हर चीज आज ही जान लोगे, थोड़ा बेयर विथ मी, थोड़ा दिन बेयर करो, जानोगे धीरे धीरे, है कि नहीं। प्लीज कंडक्ट 3 classes. I'm not sure, Amit. Okay, these are the things they see. Which teacher will teach? Which teacher will teach when? Okay, it is decided by the management. Okay, it is not up to me. Whenever they will ask me to come, I will come. Okay, so since there was some problem, I told you yesterday itself. So that's why I'm filling up for him. Okay, otherwise geography would have been continued. Don't conduct 3 classes. Okay, which 3 classes? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। अब आया लास्ट वाले में जो था आपका मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी। नहीं नहीं, बिल्कुल डरने की जरूरत नहीं है शुभम। ओके, आपको हम हर एक चीज समझा के यहां से जाएंगे। जब हमारी क्लास खत्म होगी तो एवरी सिंगल थिंग यू विल अंडरस्टैंड। दिस इज द लीस्ट आई कैन प्रॉमिस। ओके, कम से कम इतना तो करके जाएंगे, आपको वो नहीं होगा। और यूपीएससी में मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन विल कम फ्रॉम योर नोट्स, ठीक है, तो नोट्स पे रिलाई करने का। ओके, मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी, मिक्स्ड मतलब मिक्सचर ऑफ व्हाट? मिक्सचर ऑफ योर कैपिटलिस्ट and command. Mixed economy is capitalist plus command. Now you have seen that there is one special ability in capitalist economy, that is income generation. इनकम पे बहुत फोकस, प्रॉफिट था ना मोटिव, प्रॉफिट जब मोटिव है तो क्या होगा, आप इनकम जनरेट करोगे। यहां पे क्या है, द बेस्ट पार्ट इज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इसमें बड़ा अच्छा होता है, तो इनकम प्लस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन दोनों जो हो जाता है वो क्या होता है, मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी। एज सिंपल एज दैट। ओके, सो मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी इज अ सिस्टम, इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम वेयर द इंग्रेडिएंट्स और द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ capitalist economy and that of command economy is found, meaning that both the government as well as private player will coexist, will function simultaneously to produce goods and services. Okay, the goods and services produced, it will come from both the private and the government player. Okay, तो दोनों चीज पे ध्यान देता है। इंडिया आपका एग्जांपल इसका है। इंडिया इज ब्रॉडली एन एग्जांपल ऑफ मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी। ओके, India is an example of mixed economy. So, write down, कुछ है नहीं इसमें खास, लिख लीजिए। It is a kind of economic system where the ingredients or characteristics of both characteristic of both capitalist economy and command economy is found. Full stop. Meaning, production process involve both the public sector and the private sector. Public sector and the private sector. ओके, चलिए, तो ये हो गया पहला वाला सेगमेंट. तो yesterday what we have seen, I have bifurcated or classified the entire economic system based on the ownership of the means of production और political ideology. तो वो वाला आपका खत्म हो गया. सेकंड वाले में जाते हैं अब. आपका था on the basis resources था. ठीक है. We have some question here. There are many books written by Umar. Okay, which one you will take? Programs and Policy करके एक बुक है. Policy करके खरीदने का. Okay. Shriya, don't conduct 3 classes, sir. Okay, should I not come tomorrow? All right. So on this basis, we found, हमने देखा कि क्या था? Developed. यहां था developing and underdeveloped. ठीक है, ये 3 था. अब फर्स्ट इसको लेते हैं. Okay, sir, China has communist economy and India has mixed economy. Still, China has greater economy. Well, Shekhar, the answer to this question is China liberalized itself, or China gave functionally gave up with this idea of communist. Since 1978, they embraced capitalist methods. इसीलिए, और इंडिया ने कब embrace किया? 1991 में, 13 years after China. So India is lagging behind China minimum by 13 years. इसीलिए चाइना आगे, हम पीछे. ठीक है. Developed country, देखो यहां पे on the basis of capability to utilize resource. I'll give you one fine example that will help you solve your question. Let's take the example of Japan. Japan is a small island country, developed country, per capita income is very high, life expectancy is very high, everything is good. Japan, they do not have any resource. Talk about iron ore, they don't have it. Bauxite, they don't have it. They have no resource, absolutely. They are the country, energy resource, no, nothing. Without having that much resource, how come Japan developed so much so and become one of the most richest country in the world? Abhi GDP में third है. Approximately nearly $6 trillion economy है उसका. India का दोगुना है. Third largest economy. कुछ दिन पहले तक second largest था. How come? Because they had this capability to utilize the resource. They buy raw material from country like India. They buy raw material from African country or other countries. लोहा खरीदता है सस्ते में, raw material, iron ore, and they produce one of the finest stainless steel. अब स्टेनलेस स्टील क्या करता है? इंडिया को भेज देता है, अफ्रीकन कंट्री को भेज देता है. अफ्रीकन कंट्री डजंट हैव द कैपेबिलिटी टू कन्वर्ट मटेरियल इनटू दैट फाइन क्वालिटी ऑफ स्टेनलेस स्टील. तो कैपेबिलिटी ज्यादा है कि नहीं है जापान का? आंसर इज यस. यस. डेवलप्ड कंट्री का कोई डेफिनेशन नहीं है. देयर इज नो डेफिनेशन और ऑब्जेक्टिव डेफिनेशन दैट व्हिच कंट्री इज डेवलप्ड कंट्री. Which country is developed country? There is no definition as such. Broadly, the developed country is identified as those countries whose per capita income is very high. Developed countries are those whose human development index, working in human development index is very high. Developed countries are those countries which are industrial in nature. Developed countries are those countries where there is technological advancement. उस चला जाता है डेवलप्ड कंट्री. डेफिनेशन नहीं है तीनों में. लेट मी क्लैरिफाई. इसका डेफिनेशन जो है, ऑब्जेक्टिव डेफिनेशन गिवन बाय वर्ल्ड बैंक, सिर्फ इसी का डेफिनेशन. अदर देन दैट नो डेफिनेशन यू विल फाइंड इन एनी बुक. कहीं पे भी आपको नहीं मिलेगा. सिर्फ इसका डेफिनेशन मिलता है. ये सब इंडिकेटिव डेफिनेशन है. तो हमने क्या बोला? हाई पर कैपिटा इनकम, गुड रैंक इन ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स. ओके. टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट बहुत एडवांस है और मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर इंडस्ट्रियल society. Fine. So write down developed economy. Developed economy. These are those variety of These are those variety of these are those countries whose resources is immense. Capability to utilize resources is immense. Immense. Full stop. These are again those countries. These are again those countries which has good ranking in human development index, good ranking in human development index, or other social parameters, broadly these economies could be categorized it could be categorized as industrial society. Industrial society. Industrial. ठीक है? We have one question here. May I know what is privatization? Privatization मतलब उसे तो बहुत ब्रॉड डेफिनेशन है, लेकिन सिंपल शब्दों में बताते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, टुडे अ कंपनी इज 100% ओन्ड बाय सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, तो गवर्नमेंट बोलते हैं 100%. नाउ फॉर एग्जाम्पल 20%, 30%, 51% share of the company, it is called government controlled company. This is below 50%, that is 49%. When government owns only 49% or less, then you can say that the company is privatized. Got it? चलिए अब आते हैं इसमें. ठीक है? डेवलपिंग कंट्री. डेवलपिंग कंट्री मीन्स these are those countries which are aspirational in nature, which has aspiration to become developed country. जिनके ड्रीम जाए, पर कैपिटा इनकम बहुत हाई हो जाए, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट, वेरी गुड ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स, लाइक those things that is present, living condition present in developed country, living condition present in developed, that kind of living condition they want in their own country. How come you can enhance your living condition? When you earn huge money, when you set up huge industrial base, and likewise, everyone should have employment. Employment सबको रहे, ठीक ठाक पैसा मिले, neat, clean रहे, health facility is good, education facility is good. This sort of aspiration, developing country. India is a developing country. China is a developing country. Got it? So developing country broadly दो कैटेगरी में इसको डिवाइड करते हैं हम लोग. NIE, ओके, फिर EME. NIE का क्या होता है? न्यूली इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड इकोनॉमी. EME का क्या होता है? इमर्जिंग market economy. Okay, so I want to fulfill your my aspiration. मेरा aspiration क्या है? Developed country बन जाए. Okay, then I will adopt what? I will adopt certain method to develop myself. If I want, just example, for forget about country. For example, if I want to enhance my living standard, today let's say I'm driving a normal car, but I want to drive, let's say, Range Rover. बहुत एक्सपेंसिव कार है, तो क्या करना? मेरे को ज्यादा पैसा कमाना पड़ेगा. तो आई हैव डिफरेंट अप्रोच. टीचिंग से पैसा कमा लो, बिजनेस खोल के पैसा कमा लो, बैंक लूट के पैसा कमा लो. दैट इज ऑल्सो ए टेक्निक. बहुत मेथड है. सो व्हाट मेथड people adopted or country adopted, that is this different method adopted by developing country to achieve their aspiration. किया गया वो उसको इस कैटेगरी. न्यूली इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड इकोनॉमी मींस दे फोकस्ड ऑन इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन ऑफ देयर कंट्री. साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्री बोला कि इंडस्ट्रियलाइज करते हैं हम लोग. विद फॉर एग्जांपल योर सिंगापुर, थाईलैंड, your Vietnam, your Malaysia, those sort of country. इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन करेंगे, ऑटोमेटिक डेवलप हो जाएगा. ये लोगों ने थोड़ा डिफरेंट अप्रोच किया. इमर्जिंग मार्केट इकोनॉमी. सो दे फोकस्ड ऑन मार्केट. They focused on industrialization, they focused on market. Either they leveraged their own market or they focused on someone else's market. For example, China. China did not leverage their own market. China focused on European market and American market. कि सामान इतना सस्ता में बनाएंगे, ऐसा बनाएंगे कि अमेरिका में बेच पाए हम, because the cost of production in America is very high. But India did not focus on that. India focused on domestic consumption. कि इंडिया में ही इतना बड़ा मार्केट है कि क्यों बाहर क्यों जाना है, पहले इंडियन मार्केट को सेटिस्फाई करो, बाहर का मार्केट बाद में। 17% of the global population is in India. 17% of the total market is in India. So इंडिया को भी अगर अच्छे से कैपिटलाइज कर this emerging market economy. Got it? तो क्लियर हो गया होगा। कुछ क्वेश्चन, इज इंडियन रेलवे प्राइवेटाइजिंग? नो नो नो, स्टिल इट इज कंप्लीट गवर्नमेंट ओन्ड. There are certain things that are privatized. For example, construction of railway station. तो धीरे धीरे प्राइवेट को भी ला रहे। देखिए, when competition is high, okay, when competition is high, people innovate. When अगर कोचिंग मान लो, कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री में आईएएस का एक ही कोचिंग होता, no other coaching, just one coaching, then there is a complete monopoly. ना मैं अच्छे से पढ़ाऊं, टाइम पे आऊं ना आऊं, doesn't matter. You will never get very good service. But since there are so many coachings, what will I do? I will work harder. I will try to simplify the concept in a very lucid way so that everyone could understand. And more people should come to that coaching. Competition है, services देना पड़ेगा ज्यादा आपको, अच्छा सर्विस देना। रेलवे में क्या मोनोपोली है? इंडियन रेलवे, no competition. So government is trying to do what? Government is trying to bring certain competition, better service you will get at cheaper price. ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा। आपने देखा, एक और एग्जांपल बता देता हूं, BSNL. When BSNL was the only telecom company in India, टेलीफोन लाइन लेने के लिए ना पैडवी लगाना पड़ता था डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट का, मिनिस्टर पैडवी लगाता था। अब देखो BSNL का क्या हाल हो गया। नो, seldom you will find a person who hold a SIM card of BSNL. तो क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो? What maximum you could possibly expect? So this is how it function. Fine. More competition, more player, better. निकल जाओगे. Okay. China is a developing country, sir. Yes. Country. लिखिए. Developing countries are those countries which is aspiring to become countries which is aspiring to become a developed country, aspiring a developed country to become a developed country, broadly developing countries could be identified in two categories. Identified in two categories based on the approach based on the approach adopted by the respective countries. Number one, ये वाला न्यूली इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड इकोनॉमी, NIE, न्यूली इंडस्ट्रियलाइज्ड इकोनॉमी, उसके अंदर लिख लीजिए जस्ट एक लाइन, countries which focused on industrialization to achieve their developmental goals, respective developmental goals. Respective developmental goals. Example, ASEAN countries. आसियान यहां पे लिख दिया हमने, सुना ही होगा आपने आसियान वर्ड, एसोसिएशन ऑफ साउथ ईस्ट एशियन नेशंस. ओके, आसियान कंट्रीज. नंबर टू, इमर्जिंग मार्केट इकोनॉमी. इमर्जिंग मार्केट इकोनॉमी. These are those countries which leveraged market economy principles, such as market economy principles such as liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Liberalization, privatization, and globalization to enhance their economic standards. Enhance their economic standards. एग्जाम्पल में लिख लीजिए ब्रिक्स. ब्रिक्स नाम सुना ही होगा, ब्राजील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना, साउथ अफ्रीका. यहां पे लिखा. ऑलराइट, चलिए ये वाला जो है अंडर डेवलप्ड. इसको चाइना इज द डेवलप. नो आशीष, चाइना इज नॉट ए डेवलप्ड कंट्री. चाइना इज ए डेवलपिंग कंट्री. ओके, डेवलप्ड कंट्री तो वो हो गया ना. जीडीपी मोर, रिमेंबर, having more GDP doesn't mean that per capita income is high. The population of China is 140 crore. So divide their $13.6 trillion economy into 140 crore people. America is $21 trillion economy. Population is 32-33 crore. तो डिवाइड कर लो ना. गॉट इट. तो जब उस स्टैंडर्ड पहुंचेंगे तब तो. गॉट इट शुभम? मुकेश, डियर सर, आई एम वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल एंड इंडस्ट्री. मुकेश, आई डोंट फुली अंडरस्टैंड योर क्वेश्चन. कैन यू प्लीज पुट अप इन डिफरेंट टर्म्स सो दैट आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, चलिए अब आते हैं अंडर डेवलप्ड. इसका डेफिनेशन हमने पहले ही कहा, दैट देयर इज एन ऑब्जेक्टिव डेफिनेशन ऑफ your that particular underdeveloped segment. So what is the definition? World Bank says all those countries whose per capita income per day is less than 1.9 American dollars, okay, $1.9 से कम अगर हर एक दिन में आप अर्न करते हैं, देन दिस सॉर्ट ऑफ कंट्री इज कॉल्ड अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्री. ये डेफिनेशन परफेक्ट है और सब डेफिनेशन अपने पास. तो एग्जांपल इसका क्या है आप बोलोगे तो सब सहारन अफ्रीका. मोस्ट ऑफ द अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज आर दिस. ओके फिर अफगानिस्तान का भी एग्जांपल ले सकते हो. You can take the example of Pakistan as well. Okay, so likewise, got it? So write down. Okay, so Mukesh, I am a professional in IT department. As okay, that's fair. Good to know. लिख लीजिए. According to World Bank, if the per capita income is less than 1.9 USD मतलब US डॉलर, then those countries could be categorized as underdeveloped. Example could be categorized as underdeveloped. ओके चलिए, ये तो हो गया अपना. अब आपका बेस्ड ऑन इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन economic variables. इसमें आपने देखा था मैक्रो इकोनॉमी एंड माइक्रो इकोनॉमी. ओके, मैक्रो इकोनॉमी एंड माइक्रो. तो मैंने एक नाम लिखा है, ये देखिए ध्यान से, प्लीज एवरीवन बी केयरफुल हियर. Ragnar Anton Frisch. Okay? Ragnar Anton Frisch, who divided the discipline of economy into two parts, macro and micro. Okay? ये नाम macro, इसका लिटरल मीनिंग क्या होता है? बिग. ओके, माइक्रो इसका this is big and this is micro is small. Fine. Now microscope छोटा चीज को देखने के लिए, macro means big. So whenever group of economists deals with bigger picture, those economists are called macroeconomists. Whenever an group of economists deals with smaller segment, smaller variety of the economy, then they are called as microeconomist. ठीक है? So big picture, big बड़ा, तो इसमें क्या आ जाएगा? जैसे कि ग्रोथ हो गया. ओके, इन्फ्लेशन, ग्रोथ, एम्प्लॉयमेंट हो गया, बड़ा बड़ा चीज ऊपर से देखते हैं, बिग बिग थिंग्स. ओके, इसमें क्या हो गया? बहुत छोटा चीज, जैसे वेज डिटर्मिनेशन. वेज डिटरमाइन करना है कि कितना होना चाहिए, व्हाट शुड बी द वेज वाइज सेक्टर, दो सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग. शिफ्ट in demand and supply in, let's say, real estate. रियल एस्टेट सेक्टर में बहुत छोटा चीज देख रहे हैं, सिर्फ हाउ द डिमांड कर्व मूव, हाउ द सप्लाई कर्व मूव्ड. बेस्ड ऑन दैट प्राइस विल बी डिटरमाइंड, प्राइस डिटर्मिनेशन. Those sort of things we categorized as microeconomy. Okay, so इसमें बहुत सारा mostly statistical tool, econometrics, all these things are used. इसमें as compared to this, इसमें उतना नहीं होता है. ठीक है, so write down. Put up the heading macroeconomics. Economics. Put up the heading macro. Macro economy. Macroeconomy. Okay? उसके अंदर लिखिए मैक्रोइकोनॉमी में इट डील्स विथ ब्रॉडर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमी it deals with broader aspect of economy and takes a holistic picture holistic picture of the entire economy. For instance, economic growth, inflation, employment, etc. Then write down microeconomy. Heading दीजिए microeconomy. Economy. It study the minute detail. Of a particular market or segment of an economy meaning it focuses on smaller segment of the economy, wage determination, wage WAYS नहीं, ठीक है, WAG, wage determination, price determination, etc. नीचे एक छोटा पैरा लिख लीजिए, etc. Just one paragraph, write down below everything. Based on no, strike it down. Strike down. To differentiate and simplify simplify, the study of economics as a discipline and to develop expertise ये नाम रैगनर एंटन फ्रिश, हियर इट इज रिटन, लिखा हुआ है ग्रीन में, रैगनर एंटन फ्रिश, रैगनर एंटन फ्रिश was the first person the distinction to make the distinction between economy, macro and micro economy. Macro and micro economy. Okay, चलिए ये हो गया आपका what and all we have covered. What are our learning outcomes? Let's revisit it. First thing, we have tried to that what exactly is economy? Economics hai kya? So you have seen from the time of Aristotle to Lionel Robbins. And again, we try to understand that what are the different classification of economy. हमने segregate किया. These two we have good grasp. Okay. Now let's move to a topic called economic cycle. We have some question here. I will respond to that. Then we will come back to this position. Who categorize country as developed? See, there are many economists who categorized, who gave their own position that which country should be called as developed country, which country should be called as developing countries, and likewise. What I have taught, this is the parameter that is defined by International Monetary Fund, IMF. Okay, IMF, that agency, जो उसने कहा हमने वो आपको बताया, because those sort of agency is highly authoritative agency that make a stamp over the academic circle. Okay, now what is your optional in UPSC? My optional was political science. Okay, during UPSC I used to appear with that optional. Okay, yes, Subham, that's right. Okay, economic cycle. So why did I choose economic cycle? See, as the first topic, you should understand that first. First, I gave you a brief introduction to economy. Okay. Second, I will give you economy on a very broad level. I am giving you the picture that what exactly happens. The moment you understand the cycle, that what do you mean, what kind of tendency is called growth, what kind of is called a recession, how to come out of recession, how to come out of slowdown, all these things you will know. So you will have a macro idea, overall idea about the economy, how economy functions. Okay? वो आपको आइडिया उससे हो जाएगा. ठीक है? इसीलिए हम इसको पढ़ा रहे हैं. Now, आउटकम्स अपना क्या होगा? देख, learning outcomes. Okay? We will understand the cyclic nature of economy. Then we will see components of the cycle. क्या क्या component है वो भी हम समझेंगे. Then we'll move towards the characteristics of various components. यहां पढ़ लिया? Out economy from slowdown से निकालेंगे कैसे? Strategy during growth phase. Okay, so इतना चीज हम पढ़ेंगे इसमें. Okay, all these things we will study here. Fine. We have some question. Are you still appearing for UPC? No. No. It's been long. Well, for the last nearly 6 years, I have been teaching. Okay? Is Saudi Arabia a developed country? No. In Human Development Index, they are lacking hugely behind many countries. Still, that religious taboo and everything is there, so they will never be categorized as developed country. Developed country doesn't mean just only money. इधर से भी होना चाहिए ना, तो वो नहीं आएगा. Sir, who categorize countries as developing and developed countries? No one is it, right? And it will clarify all your who's. Okay, that no one categorized it. What I am trying to say, that IMF each year consider some countries as developed countries, some countries as developing country. Or World Bank consider some countries developed countries, some as developing, some as underdeveloped. Every year they do this business. Okay, so that okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई को इधर से उधर कर रहा है या कोई कैटेगराइज कर दिया. Fine. So these are the things that we will be studying. First we will understand the cyclic nature of the economy, component of the cycle, characteristic during slowdown and during growth phase, what should be the strategy. Okay, ये सब पढ़ लेंगे तो we will have a concrete and crisp idea about the economic cycle. Now, oh, ठीक है. Economic, give you the brief introduction. Tomorrow we will discuss it in length. तो cycle है तो कोई cycle तो हो गए. हाँ, one more thing, economic cycle is also called as business cycle. Remember, business cycle, because in all the businesses same thing happens. What happens to one economy, same thing happens to any sector of the economy. For example, IT sector, for example, telecom sector, for example, real estate sector, वहां पे भी वही same चीज होता है, ध्यान रखिएगा. Okay, so broadly both are same. So the cycle looks like this. Your boom, this is the cycle. Okay, Now, we will talk in detail, okay? We'll talk about all these things in huge length, in huge, okay? Time is over, so definitely we will not discuss because the class, and hence we will do it in other time. Time is over. I think that you don't. Currently, can we classify Russia as developed? No. Russia is not a developed economy. Russia is developing economy. BRICS में आता है ना Russia, developing economy है. In so many things, their per capita income is also not that good, and their economy their social parameters is not that high. They are, for namesake, a democracy. So you understand that developed. Fine. तो introduction में भी ये बताया गया था. Those were just okay. I was told to put up on the website. I did it. Okay. But here we are going to study it in detail, more detail. बहुत detail में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. Everything. Got it? So thank you very much. And thank you, Deepak. Thank you. Khushbu, thank you. Amit, thank you. Everyone, and we'll meet tomorrow most probably, because Alok sir, I don't think he is out of bed right now. So I have to take tomorrow's class as well. And see you then tomorrow. Okay? Thank you very much. And have a nice day.